Hello everyone and welcome to day 27 of your 30-day beginner mat Pilates challenge. We are getting so close to the end of this. I am so excited. I hope you're feeling like a little extra win or like a little extra excitement because we're getting towards the end of this and maybe it's a little extra motivation for you. So we're going to jump straight on in. Like I said, we have a full body workout today, so you can come to the edge of your mat. We're going to start in a standing position. So feel free to kind of adjust your mat as needed, maybe pull it away from a wall. Once again, you don't need any equipment here today. So let's just start with taking some deep breaths. So I want you to inhale and reach your hands up high to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. And then inhale, reach up. Maybe you start to bend your knees a little bit, bring a little bit of movement into the body as those arms reach overhead. And then you exhale those hands through heart center. All right, keep going here. We're just gonna do 3 more. Taking nice big inhales and exhales. We have last 2. And this is your last 1. Make it your biggest deep inhale. And now hold at the top and exhale everything out. Amazing. From here, you're gonna give me some arm circles back. Just circling those arms back nice and big for 3, 2, and 1. And now let's circle it forward. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, dive yourself forward so your hands come down onto the mat. Those hips can be a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we're just going to hang out here for a second, letting yourself fall into this. Maybe you begin to sway your body back and forth a little bit. You can bring a little bit of bend into those knees, whatever feels good for you at this time. I know your body is probably feeling a little sore, a little tired after all of these workouts you've been doing, but you guys are absolutely killing it. All right, from here, I want you to just turn your hands around so your fingertips are facing the wall behind you, and I want you to try and walk your fingertips as far as you can behind you to get an even deeper stretch in the backs of those legs. Finding stillness here for 8, 7, can you get a little bit deeper? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Keeping yourself in this bent forward position, we're just going to begin to walk our hands out into a plank position. Good, so come into that plank position, hold here for a second, and then you're just going to begin to walk yourself back. You can heel toe your feet so they're directly hip distance underneath those shoulder blades, and then begin to walk back out into that plank position. Not moving too fast here, just starting to bring some warmth into the body. You guys got this. Try and push yourself a little bit harder today. We're getting towards the end of this, so I want you to give me everything you got. This room is nice and hot. I forgot to turn the AC on, so I'm gonna start sweating really quick. We'll all be in this together. Keep it going here. We're gonna just do 2 more like this. Maybe these next 2 you speed up a little bit. Bringing it back into this stretch. And now on this last one, you're gonna come all the way out and you're gonna hold in this plank position. Just holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze the glutes to get out of that lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quickly, we're gonna set those knees down, and I want you to just press yourself into a quick child's pose and lift yourself back up. Good, let's go back into that child's pose and back up. We're gonna continue with this motion for 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. When you come back to the top, I want you to take a second, just roll out that left wrist for me. Breathing into this. You can reverse the rolls of those circles. Set that wrist down and just do the same thing with the right hand. So rolling out the wrist. Go ahead and reverse. And set those hands back down. All right, from here, those toes are gonna tuck underneath so that the toes are pressing into the mat. From here, you're gonna just lift your knees up to a hover, and then you're gonna set them back down. So you guys have seen this, we've done this a few times in this challenge. So feel how maybe your body feels a little bit stronger. Maybe it also feels a little bit weaker just because it's getting tired. That's also totally normal. Every single day you show up, it's gonna look a little bit different. and that is okay. You just want to keep showing up. That is what you are looking for, regardless of how you are feeling. We have last 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Hold with those knees at the hover. Just holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now begin to walk your feet out into a plank position, holding back at that plank. From here, you're going to shift yourself slightly forward so those shoulders come over the wrist, and then back so that they're stacked on top of each other. Good. We just have 5, 4. You guys are killing it. Keep it up for 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Press it back into a downward dog. From here, just begin to pedal out those feet a little bit. All right, I'm already feeling the fire. The body definitely turned on nice and quick with that little warm-up sequence. From here, we're gonna jump into some lower body work to kick us off. So begin to just walk your hands back up towards your feet. Let's keep those feet glued together. If they're not already, you can go ahead and walk them together and just hang out in this forward fold one more time. Letting the head hang down. Try and avoid lifting your head up in this position because it's gonna strain your neck more than it needs to. So you can just let the head fall down. All right, amazing. From here, you're gonna heel toe those feet out so that they're past hip distance apart. Those toes are facing at the diagonal. And now from here, those hands are still planted on the mat. You're just gonna lower your hips down and lift yourself back up. Good, so the hips lower down, they lift back up. Keep going. We're just warming up those hips a little bit. I'm sure you guys know what is about to come because we've done it a few times. We have last 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last one. Hold down at the bottom. Now everyone lift their chest up. Place your hands behind your head this time. I want you to try and hold in your deepest position possible here. Yes, you can. Keep holding. You guys got this. We're holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stand all the way up to the top and give me full range of motion here. So you're lowering down, lifting back up. Those hands stay behind the head. That way we can start to work the entire body as well. Give me one more of those hands behind your head. Continue with the legs in the same position. Now I want you to bring your hands in front of you, and as you lower down, those hands are gonna shoot up overhead. And then they come back down in front of your chest as you stand up. Good. Keep going here. You guys are so strong already. We have last 8, 7, 6, 5. Yes, you can. For 4. Last 3. This is 2. And this is your last 1. Hold down at the bottom. Yes, you can hold. And begin pulsing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Stand everything up. Amazing. All right, you guys killed that. Let's continue staying in this standing position. We're gonna move into a little bit of single leg work. So we're gonna start with a curtsy lunge. So I actually want your left foot in front. Your right leg is gonna cross on a diagonal behind the left. So I'll kind of face forward so you guys can see this. See how that foot is just at that diagonal? That's what I want. So let's cross the right foot at that diagonal. The hands will start on our hips. From here, you're gonna lower down and lift back up. Good, so just keeping this motion super simple. If you fall over like that, that's totally normal. Just get right on into it. It does require you to engage your core to keep you in that balance. We have just 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Now continuing with the legs in the same place, we want to introduce those arms. So the hands come in front of you, they lift overhead as you lower down. Good, they're lifting up and lowering down. Shooting your arms up with power and with control. Yes, you can. You have last 5, 4, last 3, 2, and on this last one, hold down and give me little pulses up and down with the hands overhead for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, reach everything up. Amazing. From here, you want to keep this left foot forward. The right foot is now going to be just directly behind you. So rather than crossing, it's just gonna be right so it's in parallel with that other leg. So that right leg stays back. From here, those hands are gonna come into a prayer position. You're gonna press those hands super firmly together. This is really important to also engage the upper body the entire time. So those hands stay glued together. The harder you press your hands together, the harder this is gonna be. You're gonna lean slightly forward. There's a nice slight bend in this left leg. You're gonna reach the right leg up just a little bit and tap it back down. Good, so you're reaching the right leg up and down. We're just tapping right here, pressing those hands together super, super firmly. Yes, you can. You guys got this. We have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, press those hands together more for 2, and last one, hold that leg up at your highest point. Squeeze those hands together and begin pulsing that leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, tap that toe down, and now you're gonna bring your foot, so it's in front of your body and lift it up towards your chest. Those hands stay glued together. When the leg comes up, the arms are gonna shoot overhead. You're gonna hold here, keeping those hands squeezed together. You're gonna begin to lower the hands behind your head, lift them back up. So you're doing a little tricep extension here, and then you're going to extend the arm back up. You're going to lower the leg back down. You're gonna lift it up one more time, tap it down, pull it back through center. So a little combo exercise here. This is gonna require you to really use the core to keep you balanced, especially with this right leg up off of the ground. Yes, you can. Move nice and slow here. This isn't super quick. The goal is to keep those hands pressing together the entire time. Press them even harder. I know you can. That is what's gonna allow you to really feel this work. All right, we have just 4 more here. You guys got this. I'm sweating already. This is 3. This is 2. Can those hands press together more? Can you lift that knee up a little bit higher? Engage that core. This is your last one. Make it count. Yes, you can. And lower back down. Amazing. Let's go ahead and just jump in and do this on the other side. So this time the right foot is going to come in front of you. That left foot is going to come at that diagonal. So again, we're starting with that curtsy lunge, just right over here. You place that foot behind you. From here, we just lower down and lift back up. Good. Lower and lift. Yes, you can. You guys are so strong here. All right, 3 more like this. And then we're placing those hands up above our head. All right, bring those arms in front of you. And as you lower down, the hands shoot up. And then they come back to center. Yes, you can. You guys got this. Breathing through this. Moving with control and with power. You have last 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Hold all the way down. Yes, you can. And now give me little pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Bring everything up. Now from here, we're gonna move into just that lift. So those hands are gonna come back into prayer position. That left foot is now just directly behind you instead of at that diagonal. Squeeze those hands together. You lean slightly forward at a nice hinge, and then you're just gonna lift that left leg up, tap it back down. Good, you're lifting and lowering. Really squeezing those hands. I promise you that's gonna add so much more to this. Yes, you can, moving with control. You guys got this. You know what is coming. And then I promise we're getting off of your feet and onto the ground. All right, you have last 5, 4, last 3, 2, and last one. Hold that leg up at your highest point. Squeeze those hands. Give me little pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, we're pulling that knee into the chest. Find your balance. Those hands shoot overhead. You give me a little tricep extension back. Again, we're squeezing those hands as hard as we can together. And then we're going to lower the arms back down. The leg extends back out, and we give that little lift again with the left leg. All right, you guys got this. You know this series now Take it at your own pace. Doing whatever you can to turn on even more muscles, making the whole body have to work right here. Yes, you can. Keep squeezing those hands together. I'm gonna keep reminding you because it is so easy to forget when you're focusing on so many things. This is definitely a little bit more of an intermediate advanced move just because you are thinking about a bunch of stuff. You guys have been doing this challenge for so long. I know you got it. I want to challenge you to use not just the body, but also the mind, because sometimes that is a lot of what fitness is as well. All right, we can do this. Just 2 more here. Breathing through it, don't forget the breath. All right, this is your last one. Make it count. Amazing, set everything down. Let's go ahead and shake it out. We're gonna take a quick little stretch. So just go ahead and figure 4, the right leg over the left, and then press your hips back towards the wall behind you. You can kind of lift this bottom leg up and down if that feels nice, or just really sink into this. You can also roll out the ankle a bit. Take whatever you need here. Just holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and switch those legs. So figure 4ing the left now over the right and sinking those hips back towards the wall. Making sure here that your knee isn't going all the way over your toes. You want to think about pressing back from those hips versus trying to get deep through the knee moving forward. All right, you guys got this. You're probably like, of course I got this. I can do this nice little stretch. Stick with me though. All right, as promised, let's head down onto the mat. Let's have your heels on your hips, or your hips on your heels. I always say that opposite. So we're just sitting this down right here. We're gonna move into a little bit of an arm series before we finish out with abs. So you guys are already killing this workout. Let's jump straight on into it. From here, those arms are going to reach up to a T position. They're gonna set back down. So just reach up and down. I want you to get a feel for this. You guys are probably pretty familiar with this by now. So now I want you to begin to lift your hips off of your heels as the arms reach up and lower back down. So you're lifting and lowering, just to keep that whole body moving and fired up the entire time. Yes, you can. Being really intentional as those arms lift and lower. Lots of control here, making sure those shoulders stay rolled out of the ears. We have last 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Lower the hips down, but keep those arms reaching out long. We're just gonna hold here for a second. I want you to really think about your form here. So making sure your shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. They're rolled nice. The crown of the head is long towards the ceiling. Think about how confident you are, how much you love your body, how amazing you are, and just hold here. Find power in this stillness. You guys got it. We're holding for 8, 7, making sure the core stays engaged. So we're not just letting the stomach hang out. We're still pulling that waist in, curling the tailbone down the entire time. Yes, you can make everything 10 times harder. We have last 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, you're gonna give me little circles to the front for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse those circles back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold still. From here, you're gonna flip those palms upside down so that the palms are facing the ceiling, and then you're gonna press the palms, flipping them towards the back. So you're just giving me a little flick of the wrists. You can think about it that way. The only thing that's moving are those wrists. So those arms are still in that work. We are not resting, not yet. We have last 8, 7, 6, keep going for 5, roll those shoulders down for 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Amazing. Keep those hands where they are. Now from here, I want you to begin to close your arms like they're in a book and then open them out to a T position. Good, so we're closing and opening. Once again, you're going to close, and then as you open, I want you to lift those hips off of the heels and close to set back down. Good, so opening and closing. Breathing through this, you guys got this. Yes, you can, keep moving. Setting, like lifting and lowering with control versus flying through this. I'm gonna remind you 100 times that it's about control. It's not about how many reps you can do. I'll tell you when to stop so you don't get to finish sooner because you did more than someone else doing this video. I know. It would be nice though, wouldn't it? We have last 3, last 2, and last 1. Set those hips down. Bring those hands back into that prayer position. I want you to lift your arms up and lower down. So the key here is to really squeeze those hands together. That's going to activate your muscles even more. So you're just lifting and lowering, up and down. The range of motion isn't super big here. My shoulders are already on fire. Yes, you can. You have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's lower those arms all the way down. Whew, I definitely felt that in my shoulders. Let's go ahead and do some shoulder rolls back. Let's just circle those back for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Now bring it forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, amazing. You're almost done with your upper body, but not quite yet. So I'm going to have you come onto your mat so that your hands and knees are on the mat. From here, I think we did this one other time in this challenge. We're going to do these little one-arm push-ups that are really going to focus on your tricep. So let's start with the right hand out in front of you. The left hand is going to come just behind your back. From here, you're going to lower to tap this right elbow down and then lift yourself back up. Good. So you're lowering and lifting. Yes, you can. All of this work is coming from that tricep. The body just hinges down as that arm lowers versus pressing yourself back. If you press yourself back like this and just bring the arm down, you're not going to be working any muscle at all. The key here is to keep everything super still. You're just moving from that right arm. Yes, you can. We have last 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Amazing. Go ahead and just switch out those hands. The left hand comes down. The right arm comes behind your back. Same thing here. We're lowering and lifting. Yes, you can. You're already killing this. You might need to bring your palm slightly in front from underneath your shoulder in order to get a deeper range of motion. You guys got this. Keep the waist pulled in. Engage that core the entire time. Looking so good. We have last 5, 4, 3. You got it for last 2. Can you make this a little bit more challenging? Oh, I felt that right there. And this is your last 1. Amazing. We're now going to place both hands down and we're going to finish our little upper body work with some modified push-ups. So come onto those knees. If you need a little cushion, you can place it underneath those knees. Or you can even use knee pads, whatever feels good. Or we can just completely go for it with that mat. So let's bring those shoulders so they're over the wrist. And now from here, we're just going to lower down and lift back up. Yes, you can. We have just 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going for 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Amazing. Press it back into a quick child's pose position. Let's walk it over to the right, taking a nice big stretch there. And now let's walk it over to the left, getting a big stretch in that other side. Breathing into this, catching your breath. And now let's bring those hands back center. All right, from here, we're gonna move into some core work. So you can just turn around on your mat so that your glutes are in a seated position. From here, we're gonna start with us on our elbows like we've done quite a few times in these classes. Just kind of get that center turned on. So those hands are pressing into the mat. Your shoulders are rolled down. Let's bring those legs into tabletop. Now from here, I want you to extend the left leg up high, flex the foot, lower it down to a hover, and then bring it back up. Good, so you're flexing and pointing to lift. Yes, you can. You guys got this. You have just 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. From here, lower that leg down. Give me little circles here. So you're just circling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse a circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pull that leg in. We're immediately jumping into the other side. So lift that right leg up high. That left leg stays in tabletop. It flexes to lower to that hover, points to rise. You guys got it. Flex and point. Keep going here. You guys are absolutely killing this. Keep pushing through. We have just 5. If that was like 5 and 4 together, that's 4. This is 3. Last 2. And last 1. Hold at the bottom and give me those circles. You have just 5 in each direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Pull both those knees in. Bring them into the chest. Take a little bit of a break here. You can roll out those feet a little bit, but let's bring those legs right back into tabletop. From here, you're just tapping the toes down and lifting them back up. Good. Tapping and lifting. Yes, you can. You have just 8, 7, 6. Really pull that waist in for 5, 4. This is last 3, 2, and last 1. Amazing. Set those feet all the way down. Since we're here, you're just going to go ahead and turn on your side. So you're going to be on this left elbow here. Those legs are going to extend out long. Now from here, we're going to do a little side crunch and a little side series and oblique work. So you're going to shift your weight slightly back. This right arm is going to reach overhead. Now I want everyone to try this with straight legs. If you need to do it with bent legs, you can, but I want everyone to try and extend their legs up high. And then you're going to lower the legs back down. So you're just lifting those legs and lowering them. So again, if you need to bend them in, you can, or you can keep those legs straight. We only have 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Amazing. Bend those knees, and let's just move into a little bit of side plank work. So your hand, your elbow is stacked right underneath that shoulder. You're going to lift yourself up, and you're just going to give me little lift and lowers here. That hand can just be on your hip, the right hand. All right. We have just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Hold here. I want everyone to just find a little bit of stillness. So really finding that shake in the obliques, pulling that waist in, really finding the engagement. Maybe that hand reaches above, up to the ceiling. Maybe it comes behind your head, whatever you feel like you need. Let's hold here. Take something that challenges you. So maybe try and reach your arm up. Maybe try and put it behind your head. And now let's finish here with a few more pulses. So just pulsing up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Let's bring it down and take a quick stretch. So you're going to have your legs in a little mermaid position here. And now this left arm is just going to reach over to the right side of the room. Just stretch that out a little bit. All right, we're going to just jump straight in and do the other side. So I'm going to flip over, but you guys can just turn towards the back. I just don't want my back to be facing you guys. I want you guys to be able to see me. So once again, we're going to come onto this time that right elbow and that right forearm. And those legs are going to come out to that shallow L position. The left hand is going to reach overhead. And now we're going to lift the legs to try and kiss them up towards that hand. Again, you can bend those knees in if you need to. You guys got it. Not too many here. We have just 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Amazing. Go ahead and bring those knees in. We're going to move into that side plank work. So once again, that left hand is going to come onto your hip. That shoulder is stacked right above that elbow. We're going to lift everything up. Good. From here, you're gonna pulse up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that stillness. Just being really still, engaging the core. Here comes my dog. She comes at the end of every video. So that means you guys are almost done. You guys got this. Stick with it. Let's choose an amplification. So maybe that hand comes behind your head or it goes up towards the ceiling. You have just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now give me those little pulses once again to finish this side out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Set that down. Let's go ahead and take that stretch on this side. So mermaid those legs. Hi, baby girl. And then just reach that right arm up. Maybe you're dodging a kid, dodging a dog, whatever you got to do. The important thing is that you are here. All right, let's bring it back up to a seated position. You guys absolutely killed that. I feel like that workout flew by. I felt like it was very seamless. Like we just moved from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. So hopefully that made it a little bit quicker for you and it felt like it flew by because we are really close to the end of all of these workouts. So once again, thank you so much for moving with us. I want to cool you guys down just a little bit. So go ahead and do some head circles to the left. Breathing through this. And again, some head circles to the right. Of course, with all of our workouts, if you need to take a little bit more of a cool down or warm up, go ahead and do that. Since some of these classes are on the faster end, we want to try and get you into the work. So if you know that you need a little bit more, go ahead and take that. Let's shake the head no. Let's shake the head yes. Let's finish with some big arm circles for 3 to the back, 2, and 1. Now reverse that direction for 3, 2, and 1. One group breath. So everybody reach those hands up high to the ceiling, inhaling everything in, all the positive, all the abundance, all the gratitude, and exhale all the doubt, all the worry. Amazing. Once again, thank you guys so much for moving with us. You guys are absolutely killing it. I'm going to say it 100 times. You should be so proud of yourself. We will see you in the next workout.